and I know in my last video I said that this channel was all about birds, but just a small correction, this channel is not only about birds, but it's about everything fun. So in this video, we are going to be talking about how to make finger knit bracelets. So there are two parts to this, and one part is the bracelet, and the next part is about how to make your centerpiece for your bracelet. So this half is for your bracelet, and this part is for your centerpiece for the bracelet. So for the bracelet, you will need scissors and a yellow colored yarn. For your centerpiece, you will need another colored of yarn, a gem, a fork, some fabric glue, and tape. So to start this, take your yellow yarn and place it between your thumb and your index. Then take it and wrap it behind your index and in front of your middle, then behind the middle and in front of your index. Then you want to do the alternative. So behind the index and in front of the middle, and then behind the middle and in front of the index. Then you want to carefully hold the yarn with your thumb, and then you're going to take this bottom thread and you're going to pull it all the way to the top like that. Then you're going to do the same thing with your index, like that. Then you're going to pull this a little bit. Make sure not to pull this, or else what you have made right now will totally get destroyed. So you're going to take this again and go behind your index and in front of your middle, and then behind the middle and in front of your index. Since you have two strings now, you are going to take the bottom and go it through the top like that. Then if you need to tighten it, just pull that string. Do not pull this one. So then, since this does not have that, I'm just going to leave it. Because if you're in the middle of this project and you don't recognize a second string here to pull up, just leave it and your bracelet should still turn out fine. So now I'm going to continue and behind and then in front. And then I'm just going to leave it there and hold it with the rest of my fingers. And I'm going to take the bottom and go through the top. And I'm again going to go through the bottom and then pull it to the top. Now I'm going to take my yarn and go behind, in front, behind, in front. Then hold it, and then I'm going to take this yarn and pull it through the top. And then I'm going to take this yarn and pull it through the top. So now if you continue, you will see that your bracelet is starting to form over here. Now I'm just going to go ahead and continue this. So to end this craft, you take this finger's loop and you pop it onto this finger's loop. Then you take this bottom string and you pull it over. Now you will end up with a loop, and this string would be connected to the rest of your yarn. So you take the loop and you will take this string and you will pull it through the loop like that. And make sure it fits your wrist before you do this. I did check if it fits my wrist, and it did, so that's why I'm ending this. So when you pull it through, you have to make a knot there so it stays there. So you can actually make the knot any how you want. So I'm going to pull this through like that and pull it through. Now I'm not doing any special knot, I'm just doing the normal knot that you will see everywhere. You will use it to tie ropes, cotton, anything. So I'm just working on this. And I like to put more than one knot so that it has plenty of security and it won't just pop off when I try to wear it. So when you have done your finished knot, you will have this extra string. So what you want to do here is you want to take your scissors and cut off a piece from that so that you can save the rest of your yarn for later. Now in this craft you will only need this much yarn, but you can use the rest of the yarn for other craft projects. And now what you're gonna do with this yarn is you're gonna add it to your knot that you have over here. So I'm just gonna tie another normal knot that you would normally use for anything. Make sure not to pull it. Now cut off the excess. So here is my finished bracelet, and now we're going to move on to the centerpiece. So to start the centerpiece, take your yarn, and you will need the fork for this, as I said, and tape it down like right there. So I am going to just use some Scotch tape, and I'm going to cut a little piece of this like that. And then, sorry about that, and then I'm just going to take this and tape it down. This is not permanent, so we're going to be removing the tape at the end. So make sure that you don't use a tape that is way too strong. So now that it's neatly stuck onto your fork, you're going to take your yarn and spin it around your fork like this. Make sure not to leave too many gaps. So if you leave any gaps, just scoot it down a bit and continue. Okay, so now that I've finished, I am going to take another piece of tape and stick it to my bottom surface, like that, so that the tape holds it there. So I'm going to take my Scotch tape, and I'm going to cut it. Make sure it's tight. Okay, so now you're going to need another piece of yarn. So I'm going to cut off the excess that I have stuck on here, and I'm going to cut off on a piece. Now this piece doesn't have to be very long, just enough to wrap around this. So to do this, you are just going to slip it through the bottom. Don't do it through the middle, or else it won't look like a shell, because as I did not say, it is actually going to be a shell that we're making for the centerpiece. Once you've done the part where you scoop it under, you want to tie a knot on the center like this. Make it tight so it looks like a shell. I like to put a double knot so that it stays. Now, it is fine if your yarn has slunk off. You can just cut that part off now. So, also cut off the excess that you have from tying. Now you can take your tape off. Now you can take your tape off even from your fork. So with this excess, I'm just going to stick it inside the knot that we made over here so that it also doesn't stick out as if I didn't do anything to it. Okay, so now I am finished my shell and I have slid it off my fork. So now I'm gonna take my gem and I'm going to use some fabric glue. So the next thing you wanna do is you're gonna take your bracelet and you're gonna put some glue on the back of your shell so that you can attach it to your bracelet. Like that. So now you've got a beautiful centerpiece decoration of a shell on your bracelet, and this is how you make an amazing shell bracelet. And all by finger knit. Now we're gonna come back after some time so that this can dry, and we're gonna wear it and show you guys how it's gonna look. So here I am after 24 hours, and this is how your bracelet will look, and now I'm going to wear it. So it looks really, really pretty. I hope you enjoyed the video. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!